Hello, Mr. Sunil Ramkrishna here. Basically, we are discussing another topic that is city creation. City creation, basically, we are discussing another topic that is future creation. Future creation, basically, we are discussing the topic that is vitamins. In this, basically, we are discussing one topic that is Sunil R. Nair, basically, job, basically. In this, basically, we are discussing this map, basically. Because this group basically has given lots of trouble to Sunil R. Nair, basically. So, one of the person told that who is the Wipro owner, basically. So, he is the Wipro owner, basically, Ajimji Premji. So he is basically the owner basically of Wipro basically, and he basically is also not giving job to Sunil R. Nair basically. So one of the person told that yeah, which kind of people basically they are basically, because these people basically understand only one language, that is end the state basically. So when one state will end basically, then only basically this group will understand basically that Sunil R. Nair को job दे देना था basically. The Sunil R. Nair was supposed to give the job basically. Then only basically this entire group will understand basically that the job was supposed to give to Sunil R. Nair basically. So one of the satellite person told that basically this is the map basically, and we have to remove this basically. That for example this is basically one color basically. You have to, I have taken just example of Gujarat state basically. So you have to just do like this basically. Just one color basically you have to remove. That basically was told by the one of the Sunil R. Nair basically to the satellite group basically. So for example, assume that today basically one of the state basically ended. So that next second basically the Sunil R. Nair will get the job call basically. Sunil basically you have basically your resume has been shortlisted and directly we are giving you the offer letter basically without any interview basically. So when you can join the company basically, and we are basically sending the offer letter, and basically whenever you want to join basically you can join basically. If you want to join basically you can join today also basically, or basically you can join from tomorrow also basically. So this will be the call basically after ending one state basically. That is one of the color will get disappear basically from this map basically. So this was basically the one of the word basically of Sunil R. Nair to the satellite group basically. So this basically is one word basically. Now basically we will go back to, from personal talk to, we will go back to another talk, that is this basically. That is vitamin C basically. So one of the person told that यार ये सब design क्या है, what is this was in Hindi basically. Now see basically I will explain in English basically. The design actually, what is this all design basically? Then Sunil R. Nair told that basically this design is actually, you can say, how basically I can explain basically. Then basically Sunil R. Nair told that basically we will pick one design basically. Assume that basically we have picked the star design basically, or basically this arrow design basically. Assume that basically. So this arrow design basically equal to is going to be created from this one country, this one state basically. So this is that state basically who is going to create one arrow basically. So I will take one example, just a minute. Just a minute, I will take one example. So assume that basically this is that arrow basically which Gujarat state is going to create. Assume that basically. So like this basically the design basically stands here basically. So one of the person told that yes, here basically this is very dangerous thing basically. This is very dangerous thing basically, just now basically you told basically. So like this basically the, and here basically one of the person told that this everything basically is created long before basically. But few things basically might be pending, and they might be going to, the satellite group basically might be going to merge the design basically with the planet basically. So this everything basically, how basically this everything basically are done as a plan basically. Who basically is the project manager, who is the director, who is the owner of one design basically, and who is the basically owner of the energy basically. That basically everybody, everything basically who designs basically. So these all are group basically, and this every to design this everything basically money is required, job is required. For example, Sunil R Nair basically, if Sunil R Nair will die basically, then basically I have told to the satellite group basically that, and entire India country basically, and entire Indian nationality also, that also within 10 seconds basically, or basically you can take another 10 seconds also basically. So within 10 seconds basically finish everything basically. That was the word basically for satellite group for the Sunil R Nair basically. Sorry, the for the satellite group from the Sunil R Nair basically. So one of the person told that basically we will finish one state only. That would be fine basically. But state basically it's very different. One of the satellite group told that basically state basically will be easy basically. So he Sunil R Nair told that basically immediately just click this and just remove this basically. So this is basically state remove basically. So this basically one of the color basically is to supposed to remove basically. So that was the word basically. So like this basically things are basically there. So one of the person told that yeah basically I think the somebody has told that basically finish Sunil R Nair only basically. So they might be possible that basically they might have ended their generation also basically. If they have planned up to this level basically, they have planned that they are not giving job, they are basically creating problem like this basically. If they have planned basically, then it might possible that basically your generation also basically might have ended basically. Then basically it was shocking basically information basically from the satellite group basically. Then basically one of the satellite person told that let me check basically if anything basically is done by the Indian group basically in satellite also basically or not basically, because everything basically starts from satellite only basically. They only decides basically who is supposed to end and who is not supposed to end basically. So let me check basically from satellite group basically who is controlling the Indian nationality basically, India land basically. After that basically I will let you know the information basically which is that group basically who actually planned your, who is basically not allowing you to do the marriage and basically who is not allowing you to earn the money in software company basically. Let me check basically and let me basically, but this basically we will do after ending the state basically, after ending the one state basically. So that is this basically, one of the color will disappear basically from map basically, that is from India country, that is India map basically. One of the state, one of the color will get disappear, that means one of the state will get disappear basically. After that basically satellite group told that basically after that basically we are going to check whether the any of the group has basically done this or not basically. That let basically entire India only basically suffer. Let the Narendra Damodar Modi give job to the Pakistanis and give job to the Bangladeshis. Let him basically do whatever he is basically doing basically. Let the numerator company basically takes the Pakistani people basically, and let he basically don't take the Indian people basically. Let him basically take basically. Let him basically, due to that company basically entire Gujarat basically suffer basically. Let the basically due to Narendra Damodar Modi also basically the entire India suffers basically. So just basically you have to do this much only basically. So satellite group told that basically we will be going to do this basically. That is soon basically. After that basically only basically the Indian group basically will understand basically, because this group basically understand this language only basically, and by default basically you have one of the satellite person wrote that if you might have left India long before na basically, that was good basically. If you might have left this India basically long before, then basically this type of problem basically might not have occurred. That is of entire India and Indian nationality and. So one of the person told that yes basically you are correct. This type of problem basically might not have occurred. That is of India map and Indian nationality and basically. This everything problem basically occurred due to Sunil R Nair basically not able to leave the India basically. So if one of the person told that basically if you might have left India long before na basically, that was fine basically. You are supposed to leave India basically. You are supposed to get out from India long before.